best way to describe myself, I think of time. Everybody, each and every day, is focused on time, whether it's the time we're given to complete a certain task or the time that we have to do something that we need to get done. What we fail to realize is that time should not be our main focus. It shouldn't be how much time we're given, but rather how much time we're going to give ourselves. How many people in here feel like they struggle with time? They feel like they don't get things done in time. They feel like they never have enough time to do something, or they're always running late. As college students, we tend to rely on time. We always feel that we need more time. Early on in life, I learned that time was not on my side. And when I say this, I do not necessarily mean that I was running late in the literal sense. What I mean is that time never seems to line up for me. It never worked out for me. I wasn't getting things done when I thought I should. I wasn't where my peers were. I wasn't where my friends were. I decided that I had to plan. I had to set goals for myself, or I was never going to accomplish what I wanted to. When I was young, I was born and raised in Myrna, Nebraska. I had two very unorganized, very unruly sisters. They were both older than me, so it might come as a shock that I was not your average child. I was always setting goals for myself and focused on my future. I had a very, very vivid idea of how I felt my life should be. I had it all planned out in my head, so now I need a plan. So I created a timeline for myself. I set goals. My first goal was to graduate high school. I accomplished that goal. My next goal was to go to college. I planned to attend a 4-year college where I would get my degree, get a great job, get married one day. It sounded like such a perfect plan, and I was so excited for my future. And then it came, the fall of the timeline. After I graduated high school, I did not get accepted into the University of Nebraska at Kearney like I had originally planned. I was forced to start my college education at a community college where I would later transfer. When I started college at this community college, I was dreading it. I wanted to be with my friends at the university. I worked as hard as I possibly could, and I still struggled. I struggled financially, I struggled academically, and once again, I quickly fell behind. I was at a loss. But with determination, I never gave up. I moved to Kearney in hopes of going to UNK. I applied again. Once again, I was rejected. But it didn't let me stop. I didn't let that stop me. I continued to work toward my goals. I changed community colleges so it was more convenient. So now I'm attending CCC, finishing my general studies, and when I transfer to UNK in a couple semesters, I will be majoring in early childhood education. When I moved to Kearney, I learned very quickly when I got my job as a sped para that I have a love for children and education. I like to believe that if my timeline had never fallen apart and I had never moved to Kearney, I would have never known this. I would have continued my education in social work, and I would have gotten my degree in social work, and I maybe would have hated it. So I like to think that even though my timeline fell apart, it all fell together when I found my true passion. What we fail to remember sometimes is that how much time we have to do something is not always the most important thing. It's how much time we're going to allow ourselves to do things. We have to set a clear goal and work until we accomplish that goal, no matter how long it takes to get there. Just because our timelines don't match up with others does not mean that we can't do things in our own time. It does not mean that we cannot be successful. So remember this the next time you struggle with time and feel like it's against you.